to pull out the absolute best, most practical tips for you so you can help the kids in your life get a real handle on money. The big win, obviously. All right, let's dive into something really important today. We've got this great guide here on nurturing young financiers, our mission, to pull out the absolute best, most practical tips for you so you can help the kids in your life get a real handle on money. The big win, obviously, is setting them up with solid financial habits for life.
Absolutely. And what's key here is that these early lessons, they go way beyond just cash. They're foundational life skills. We'll be looking at how to make money, real for kids, how to set up simple budgeting systems like the bucket idea, and importantly, letting them make what the guide calls safe mistakes. That's a big one.
Safe mistakes, yeah.
We'll also touch on some fun ways to engage them, involving them in family money stuff, good resources, and of course, maybe the biggest piece, your own example.
A great way to put it. Okay, so let's jump into that first point.
Yeah.
Making it real. The guide really stresses giving kids actual money.
Yeah.
An allowance, sure, but also chances to earn money. And crucially, this is for chores beyond their basic duties, like keeping the room tidy. That's just expected. The idea is it completely reframes money. It's not just something that shows up.
Exactly. It connects effort to reward, cause and effect. A connection that, let's be honest, even some adults struggle with. So once they have this money, what next? That's where the clear buckets come in.
The save, spend, share system.
Yeah, the save, spend, share. Super effective. Save is for those bigger goals they're excited about. Spend is for, immediate wants, candy, little toys. And share teaches that value of giving back, of generosity.
And how do you make that practical?
Well, for younger kids, physical jars are fantastic, very visual, concrete. But for older kids, you've got digital tools now, like Greenlight or GoHenry. They're brilliant because they don't just track money, they let you set spending controls, maybe even assign chores digitally.
Oh, interesting. So it makes banking feel less abstract.
Precisely, it bridges that gap.
Okay, but what about those safe mistakes you mentioned? Kids will mess up with their spend money.
Oh, definitely. And the guy strongly suggests not always jumping in to rescue them. Let's say they blow all their cash on stickers, then can't afford that comic book they wanted.
Right. Tough lesson.
It is, but the guide calls it building financial resilience. It's like a muscle. They learn to self-correct when the stakes are low, much better than learning it later when mistakes are costly.
A controlled environment for learning. Makes sense. So how do we guide them without just bailing them out?
That's where engaging strategies come in. You can make it fun, gamify it. Maybe you match their savings, they save $1, you add, say, 25 cents.
Oh, I like that.
Or simple sticker charts for younger kids, rewarding the habit of saving. Turns it from a task into, well, a bit of a game.
Yeah, taps into that intrinsic motivation. And as they get older, the guide talks about family involvement.
Yes, lightly bringing them into the loop on family finances, not overwhelming them, but showing them how you budget for groceries, maybe for a family trip.
Or explaining credit cards, right?
Yeah.
That it's not free money.
Exactly. It's a short-term loan. If you don't pay it back quick, there's interest. Demystifying it. You could even let them help plan something like a family pizza night with a set budget they have to stick to.
Takes the mystery out of it.
Yeah.
Makes money just a tool. The guide also mentions learning resources. What kind of things?
Yeah, lots out there. Books like Money Ninja for little ones, or maybe Smart Kids for teens. Good old games like Monopoly or the Game of Life still teach a surprising amount.
True.
And there are apps too, Piggybot, Bankaroo, things that make tracking and saving interactive. Even just watching relevant clips from TV shows can spark good conversations about value or choices.
And to really drive home why they're doing all this saving and tracking.
Setting a big goal together, that's powerful. Something they really want, a specific toy, a game, maybe tickets to something. Help them track progress visually, a chart on the fridge, maybe. And then this is key, celebrate when they reach it. It makes the abstract concrete and, well, rewarding.
Feels good to hit a goal you worked for.
Definitely. And running through absolutely all of this is the final point, leading by example. Kids watch everything. If you manage your money calmly, budget, save, talk about it without stress.
They absorb that.
They absorb that attitude. It's probably the most powerful lesson you can teach, modeling that positive financial behavior.
Okay, so let's recap for everyone listening. What does this all boil down to? We've talked about making money, really, linking it to effort, not magic. Using clear systems like save, spend, share, with tools like jars or apps, letting kids make those safe mistakes to build resilience. That's a tough but important one. Making saving fun with games or matching, involving them appropriately in family finances as they grow, using books, games, apps as learning tools, setting those big motivating goals together, and underpinning it all, leading by example.
Yeah.
It feels like these insights really give you a clear path, a shortcut to knowing how to raise money-savvy kids.
They do. And it leaves us with a final thought, really. Something for you to consider. How does teaching financial responsibility actually go beyond just the money? Think about it. When you help kids grasp these ideas, saving, planning, making choices, you're not just teaching them about pounds or dollars. You're nurturing vital life skills, patience, setting goals, delaying gratification, even thinking about others through sharing or charity. How will those skills serve them in all parts of their lives long after the allowance stops?